Hello guys, welcome to Pokédex, the channel where I build decks for the Pokemon trading card game. I'm really excited because we get to play with our new toys from Roaring Skies, and the first deck that I want to build for you guys is the Shedinja deck. It's a stage 1, it only has 30 HP and for good reason. Shedinja has this attack called Hopeless Cream. It costs colorless energy, and it reads this attack does 50 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. So you kind of see why Shedinja only has 30 HP, so it balances out the amount of damage it took. You multiply that by 50 and that's the damage it does, so it figures that it would have a very low HP. But if we actually use Mew EX, you guys know what this guy does. It has a versatile ability which says this Pokemon can use the attacks of any Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, and you still need the necessary energy to use each attack. But if you remember, we only need the colorless energy for Shedinja, so if we had the Dimensional Valley Stadium in play, we could even use this for free. So I think Shedinja and Mew can actually be a nice pair for like a tech, a 2-2 tech of Shedinja in a Night March deck or something. Just so that we have a different attacker for the later stages of the game if the opponent plays a Lysander's trump card. But other than that, we're actually going to play the dedicated deck this time, so the deck is all focused on dealing a lot of damage with Mew EX using Shedinja's attack. So we don't play Dimension Valleys here, we're playing a different stadium. Actually, it's Frozen City. Whenever any player attaches an energy from his or her hand to one of his or her Pokemon, excluding Team Plasma Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So when you drop an energy on Mew EX, you put 2 damage counters. And if that energy is a rainbow energy, well, you put 3 damage counters. So suddenly Mew EX is dealing, for one single energy, it's dealing 150 damage. Add a Muscle Band to the mix, and it's 170, so it knocks out a lot of EX Pokemon. That's what we're going for here. Let's look at the rest of the deck really quickly. I have a Virizion EX, mostly for Verdant Wind. I don't expect to use Emerald Slash a lot. But Verdant Wind protects all of our dudes from special conditions. Then you have Jirachi X for Stellar Guidance, obviously. I could see this deck playing the new Shaymin, but I don't really feel like I want to spend a lot of bench space for card draw, so I'm still playing the single Jirachi as usual. Then I have the 4 Mew EX, which are going to be our attackers, so we want 4 just so that we start with 1. We hopefully won't be needing all of them, but it does only have 120 HP, so sometimes we will have to make the tactical retreat. Then we have a single Mr. Mime, because it protects our bench. If the opponent had Landorus and is dealing damage to our Shedinja, well, that gets really hard really quickly, so we need a Mr. Mime in here. Although it doesn't protect us from bats, so that's kind of one of the weaknesses of this deck. There's a computer search to help us set up. It's the standard ace spec nowadays. We have 4 crushing hammers in here. We can actually play the hammer package because we have a lot of space left. I mean, the deck is just the Pokemon that we need to attack and some tech Pokemon to protect the attackers. And then we have the energy and a lot of card drawing. And that's basically it. That's the deck. So we kind of have space to play the 4 hammers and 2 head ringers. So that's pretty cool. We have 3 switch, mostly to keep our energy on our guys. We don't really want to get rid of that, but we actually can cut 1 or 2, I don't know, because we won't be under special conditions a lot because of reason, so you guys can add other stuff to the deck if you feel like it. I'm playing 4 Ultra Ball. I really feel like we want to get them going as fast as we can. To get the Shedinjas in play, and then we have 3 VS Seekers to grab the supporters from our discard pile, 2 Colress because this deck actually fills the bench a lot, actually 2 Lysander to get the guys that we want from the opponent's bench, 4 N, 4 Sycamore to draw a lot of cards. I'm playing a single Wally, and the reason for that is sometimes we have like that nut draw where we go second, and we have Rainbow Energy, Stadium, Ninkada, and the Mew as active, and we can actually go Energy, Stadium, and then have 150 damage on the first turn, potentially even if we have the Muscle Band 170. So because sometimes I want to live the dream, so I have a single wall in here. We can get it with an Ultra Ball via Jirachi, and we can get it via computer search. So I feel like having one is cool. And then we have a Zerozik. It's here for tool removal off of the annoying sorry, Garbodor, just so that we can use Mew EX's ability and copy the attacks. We're playing 4 Frozen Cities. We really want to get the stadium into play. Also, we want to trump the Silent Labs from our opponents. And then we have 4 Muscle Bands, because we really want to have an item on Mew EX, even if we don't need the damage. The item means that we won't get head ringered, and that's really annoying because we have to drop the second energy. Sometimes we do anyways, just to get more damage on Mew EX, but hopefully we aren't forced to do so. And then we are playing the 4 Rainbow and the 4 Grass Energy, just to make it 8 energy, which I feel is pretty nice. The Grass Energy cannot be removed via the Enhanced Hammer. It's a little harder to get rid of it, so let's see. We're playing against a water deck. I wonder what my opponent is playing. Okay, so it's a Kyogre deck. I think we can get the damage going pretty quickly. And my opponent's deck is kind of slow to set up, so I'm going second, so there's a real chance, and we're going to draw some cards, so there's a real chance that we actually get to go off here. It would be amazing if we had the Wally and the Muscle Band. Okay, we do not. We might draw, I don't know, Jirachi or something. Let's see what we get. This is a really scary game start, I think. If I was my opponent, I would be shitting my pants. There's a Keldeo EX, which I'd rather get. Okay, so my opponent actually switches into the Keldeo EX. I don't really mind that. I'll hopefully be one-hit knockouting everything, so... Actually, the Kyogre can... Okay, so my opponent plays an N. If we actually got the Stadium, I don't think that's going to happen, because we could evolve this turn and deal a lot of damage. As is, I think I'm just going to play the N. Yeah, so I think I'm not going to be dealing damage. I'm going to use the Nincada's attack, slight intrusion, and deal some damage to my own Mew EX, so I think that's decent. And I think I'm actually going to remove the Floatstone here. Yeah, yeah, I think that's the play. Because if I remove the Floatstone, he's not going to retreat with the Keldeo, so he's not going to put my Pokemon into sleep. Although, I don't really know if I care about that at all. I don't think he would retreat anyway, so yeah, I think I'm just going to play the N. Okay, so I can protect my bench. I think Mr. Mime is cool, because if he evolves into the Primal Kyogre, gets a little behind. Now we draw the Stadium, of course. So I don't think I'll play it, because I want to trump his Stadium if he plays one. So I'll just use Versatile and Slight Intrusion. So bam, 40 damage and 20 damage to ourselves, because we are weak to ourselves, so the 10 damage that this guy does to itself is that it's actually 20. Which actually works out pretty nicely, because now we can deal 170 damage. So there's a Spirit Link. He puts it on his Kyogre and evolves into Primal Kyogre. He goes for the second, third energy, so my Mew EX is going to get knocked out pretty quickly. I better get the other one ready. Okay, my opponent retreats. Okay, let's evolve. Let's put the Stadium down in case I play an energy. I'm not a big fan of having this bench switching position thingy that we have here. Definitely not a big fan of that. Let's just... Okay, we failed this. But let's just put some damage counters on this Mew. And now we can get rid of this Kyurem. I'd love to get something else going, like the Primal Kyogre, but oh well. Opalus Cream it is, and bam, 170 damage. Let's take a first prize. Okay, so the Wally was prized. That is unfortunate. I want to get the second Shedinja going as fast as I can, because if my opponent Lysanders out this one, I'm going to be in trouble. Oh boy. And it's happening. Perfect, just perfect. Okay, let's get the second dude going. We can actually get it running this same turn with a Wally. So I'm really glad we drew that. Do I want to put the Verizian down? I don't think so. So I'm going to discard it. And also the N, I guess. Yeah, let's just go for the Ninkada and evolve it. That's pretty good, I guess. We're only dealing 150, but at the same time, can't really complain. Because, I mean, he can Lysander out the Shedinja again, and I guess I would be really in trouble then, but... Okay, so there's a Scala. It means he's not Lysandering us out, which is cool, but he's getting a Professor's Letter for the Mu EX knockout, so... That is not cool, though. And it deals damage to itself when it puts the energies down with because of the Frozen City, so that's interesting, I'd say. Oh, he's moving the energy around. That's pretty good, actually. I'd rather... Yeah, I should have kept the N, actually. Okay, let's play the Sycamore. And we actually can remove an energy if we hit on our hammer. We do, yay. It's pretty good, okay. Damn, I'd love to play another Mu EX, so I don't think I'll get there. So I think I'll play this energy on the Shedinja, because their Pokemon are weak to grass, so yeah. I guess this is good, having 2 damage there. And then I can use it, discard the energy to retreat, so yeah. Hopeless Scream, let's go, bam. Get rid of that thing, and then we drew another Mew, which is pretty fine as well, so let's see what happens here. If my opponent kills my Mew EX, that's kind of unfortunate. I guess the worst thing that he could do would be play an N and then kill our Mew, and we're not drawing another attacker, because we would be forced to attack with Shedinja. We would take the knockout, don't get me wrong, but okay, so I can play my own N now. That's pretty good. Let's put this thing down. And it's 160. Oh man, I just wish I draw. Just want to draw the muscle band. I can even play the switch here, but I don't know if I want to, because I've been knocking out his dude for sure, and there's nothing he can do actually. Yeah, let's just keep it like it is. If I draw the muscle band, I'll put it down and kill him. If I don't, I'll just discard the energy. Okay. There's a hammer. It's pretty good. So I actually feel like I want to retreat. But if I do retreat, and it's not attacking anyway, so yeah, I will Hopeless Scream here. 200 damage. I think that's the best we could do there, and we end our opponent 2-1. We got rid of 2 energy, so there's no way he can attack us this turn unless he's playing, I don't know, Colress Trump. Colress Machine, oh, sorry. And he has both a Colress Machine and a Water Energy in hand, so I don't think that's going to happen here. The thing is, if we retreat with the Shedinja, we are not going to be using it again. Do I have a Lysander in the discard pile? Oh, of course we don't. So I'm kind of forced to just grab the Sycamore. Well, I can retreat into the Mew and kill his thing, yeah, that's for sure. Can't even use the switch, so it's just GG our opponent, because she actually took the time to talk about our deck, and then yeah, 170. This was pretty fun. This deck is amazing. No, it's not it's not bonkers, totally bonkers and totally broken, but it is pretty cool, and it's so much fun to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and see you guys next time. Bye!